Hi there people, this is Eitan and today I'm going to make a short pro and cons review on a fixed blade model. This is the Ontario SP51 Gen 2. It's a discontinued model, but I decided to make a review on it because I think it's interesting enough, good enough, and some people might find it around there in the internet and they may buy one, consider buy one, and to the people who got it, but I guess they know that one better than me. So let's go into the specs. We're talking about a fixed blade knife made in the USA, made out of 5160 steel, which is spring steel. The blade thickness is 0.25, which is 6.3 millimeters. It's very thick. The blade length is around 24 centimeters. The cutting is around 8.7 inches, and the whole length is 9.5 inches. The weight, it's a heavy one. It's around 21 ounces, between 20 to 20 ounces, which is around 600 grams. It's like small weight. The handle is made out of this Creighton material, which is some sort of I lost myself, Zytel, Creighton, FRN, all those plasticky materials. The blade hardness, if I remember correctly, they harden it around 53 to 55 Rockwell C, and we'll get to that. Why is that the hardness that they chose? And the price was around $90, and I think it's the same if you might find it on eBay or stuff like that. Before we start, I review fixed blade knife referring to what they meant or designed. Okay, this is not a fighting knife, so I won't judge it by, you know what I mean. Okay, so this is designed to be an outdoors knife, sort of a big chopper, okay, or a medium chopper like the Bussy Battle Mistress and Kukris and stuff like that. Okay, and we'll see how and it's supposed to baton, do all those hard rock stuff that you can do with an axe, baton, split wood, chopping medium or medium trees or branches, stuff like that. Okay, so let's go with the advantage. Well, the design is good for what it's meant for. It's good as a chopper. The blade is simple, it's long, all the weight is distributed or centered, not centered, most of the weight is on the blade. It's very thick. The grind they chose, what they call saber grind, I call it just a flat grind out of the middle. It's suitable for that kind of mission if you press or if you stuck it into dense wood or hard material. So the geometry allows it better to split than to a full flat blade at the same thickness. I have a full flat blades with the same thickness, and sometimes they tend to stuck in the wood. So this is more like, have the axe effect. So this is very, very good. You have a nice sharpening choil in the blade, and you have these choils if you want to do, if you can do some sort of, I don't know, to improve your control on the knife. Okay, if you want to cut some rope, if you want to cut some, I don't know, small piece of wood, I don't know, a big steak, boned. So it allows you to do that with more precision, as how much precision you can get with this heavy and big blade. It has a coating, which is a very positive thing to this kind of steel. And if you do work with wood, or I don't know, if you take it to a hunt and you want to take apart your game, so you can do it with that. I'm not talking about skinning, yeah, talking more like butchering stuff. So the coating is necessary. I think it's something you must have on a steel like that if you're taking as a working tool, not something for a display when you do a mirror polish and stuff like that. The handle is I think it's pretty ergonomic, it's very nice. So they put this half guard and over here on the pommel, so it keeps it's kind of safe. Okay, and you can grab it here. People with bigger hands or smaller hands may find this knife convenient. The texture over here is a bit slippery, but you find out that if you work enough, it's not that slippery. So the handle is it's simple, but it's very nice. It's very nice. The sheath, well, it's also simple, but it's very nice. It has a lot of attachment options. You have a double, attachment here, so you can do that, and you can secure it here with a lanyard hold. You can put it a small knife, and if you carry that one, you probably need a small knife or a Leatherman or something like a multi-tool with you, and you can lash it here. It's okay. As I mentioned, it's a $90 knife. What are the disadvantages? Well, the secondary bevel has a very problematic geometry for detail work, or if you want to slice. It's not a slicer, it's a chopper, and I've seen some choppers that can slice very good. This one has, I'll try to zoom in if it will let me. Let's see. You can see that I think it's around, it's more than 20 degrees per side, and in my world, more than 20 degrees per side, it's not a good for cutting it. It won't perform well, and I think that they can I think it will perform better. I know it's supposed to be a long-lasting chopper, but it would perform better, and it will have more options if the secondary bevel will be more steep, with a better, more cutting or slashing friendly angle, because you can do a lot of more. This is thick enough steel, 5160 steel, at this thickness, at this geometry that comes from the middle of the blade. I think at this side, I mean, if you take the overall shape, you don't need to do an X secondary bevel over here. Although secondary bevel with X's most of them are convex. You can do the 20 degrees. So I think it's a disadvantage, and it's too bad. The knife is very heavy. It's around 600 grams, and you should reconsider if you take this one with you, if you carry this one with you. This one is, well, I'll go to the conclusion. I will expand on that point, on the weight. The sheath is from, I would say, I'm not that excited from that material. The design is very nice, and it has, this plastic inside, and the knife is secure inside, really. But the problem is, it's supposed to be a durable sheath, and this material, if you expose it to heat or too close, then bam, it's gone. Opposed to other materials that are more, they can hold more torture or punishment than this one. It takes holes and stuff like that, and I think if you take it to the military, or if you take it to outdoors, I would live better with a better sheath, not as a design, but as a sheath material. Well, and one last thing, the handles. Well, if you work with those handles without gloves, and I had the chance to work with a lot of Ontario SP series without gloves, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have blisters. So you have to take it under consideration. So let's take a look on the bottom line over here, okay? We're talking over here on a very heavy chopper that is designated to work with hard materials. Hardwood, stuff like that. If you're going to a place with a green vegetation, like a jungle, if you wanna cut, all those, I forgot how they call them, palm trees, or soft plants, you don't need this one. You can take a very lighter, longer machete. This one meant to split wood, to make firewood, to go to hard targets. They designed it, they made the angles, to sustain a lot of punishment. It's very heavy. Even if you don't have a lot of force, you can just, you know, lift it up, throw it down, and it will do the rest, the weight. I mean, it's very heavy. So for chopping woods, or as for a chopper against hard targets, it's excellent. For other stuff, it's not that good. So you need to carry another knife if you're going outdoors, something for detail work, something, you know, for backup, something, you know, to cut your tomatoes, stuff like that, or for skinning, or for just if you want to cut something, because this one can cut very good. You need to reprofile it if you want it to slice something very, very efficiently. If you want to do, you know, a rough job, cut a lot of stuff, you know, chop them, this one is for you, and you can carry it. But a lot of people will deter from the weight. Carry this one on your thigh or in your backpack. It's a lot of weight, and maybe they should make it a bit lighter. Maybe the newer models out there are more lighter, or the design need to be, I don't know. I would look for a solution, because you can bet on and you can go into a hard wood with lighter knives. Maybe they can do it like a kukri, and they made it a bit more thinner, longer. Then you have more. If it's longer, you have more. I forgot how to call it in English. You know, never mind. The materials for $90, it's okay, really. 5160. It's maybe a simple, but it's great steel, great reputation. They harden it exactly as it should be, in my opinion. For a hard use beater chopper 53, 56, it's not gonna break. It's not gonna break, okay? And it will be easy to sharpen, although it's not what exactly determine how hard it is to sharpen. The alloy is more critical, but never mind. What I'm saying is it's well made for what it's supposed to do. So at the bottom line, it's if you're gonna go outside and chop some wood, or make firewood, or cut through heavy dense materials, and you don't mind the weight, it's great. Really, it's great. It's sort of a knife axe. But if you wanna do something, and you'll have to carry another knife, gentle one, to, you know, to do the gentle stuff. But if you're looking for an all-rounder chopper, some sort of a survival knife, stuff like that, I don't know. One last thing, I forgot to make a size comparison, so let's make a short size comparison. And of course we need to take the SC4. Look at the SC4 near that guy. This is supposed to be a survival knife. Those two, I don't think that they can go together, because also it's pretty thick. Maybe I'll compare it now with the Recon one. This one can be a good pair, and I do it also with the size comparison. And the Spyderco Shaman. You see, it's good size comparison. So if you're going outdoor and you want something slicey and something to break trees, you can take those two. So hope it helped someone, and have a great day. Bye.